Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Hey, looks like it's running up. So anyway, howdy, this is PaleRider, and welcome to my stream. It's been a little while. Been having a lot of changes lately and some technical difficulties. And I've been playing this during this time, this game. I love this game. One of my favorite games ever. Witcher 3, and I really wanted to stream tonight, so I was wanting to play the game and stream, and instead of playing the games that I was playing before, I'm playing this one. Did I make any sense there at all? But anyway, yeah, sorry I haven't been playing lately. We moved. We were living, I don't know, about 15 miles from here, and my son, last time I streamed, well, during the last week or so that I streamed, my son had just moved up here from, about 5 hours away. I don't know how many miles that is. Way down in Central California, he moved up to the Northern California area, up by us, about 15 miles from where we were living. And he bought a house in this little area, a small little town up here, but he got about a quarter acre of land, pretty big patch of land, about 10,000 acres, or 10,000 square feet, not acres. 10,000 square feet of land. That's approximately 100 foot by 100 foot wide. No, 100 foot by 100 foot. And it was enough room for us to move our bus on. And so we could pay less money, for rent and stuff like that. So we moved here. We've been here for probably exactly 1 week. As of today, as of yesterday, we've been here for a week. And so coming up to the point where we're getting ready to move, I was setting up some stuff here. I came up here with him. I helped him unload his U-Haul and help them move in. Then I had to set up a sewer system so we can move the bus in. We had to run some sewer lines, and then we had to run some Hey, Spider, what's up, man? Blue Jay, what's up? Welcome back. Yep, finally, huh? But yeah, we run some electrical too from the house to the backyard, and then we had to move the bus into the backyard through a little tiny freaking gate. I'm gonna do a video here soon and show how we moved it. Well, we don't have a lot of footage of us actually moving the bus in. I wish I would have did that, but I'll record some footage of showing you how I did it, and show you where the bus is now. And it's kind of freaking. It was a pain getting it in here, but it actually worked out really good because we set up the sewer and we set up the electrical. We needed 240 volt, 50 amp. So we had to do it from his fuse box on the house to the backyard. And we got this in here. And it's kind of cool. We're in. We have the bus in the backyard, and the front yard has like 5 cars in it now. But there's a lot of land, so it's pretty cool. But I've been really busy trying to get shit done, and we set up the shed, and we're trying to set up all the tools and stuff so I can start doing some woodworking. Me and my son both, and we're going to try to do some custom motorcycles, and that'll be fun. Where am I going? I need to look on the map. Oh, I keep passing. Oh, I got to go talk. Oh, okay. So if you've ever played this game before, this is the first area that you go into. It's called White Orchard. And I did most of these little side quests in here. There's just little things like treasure hunts and places of power and monster nests. I went in through here and did all that stuff on my own just in the last week or so because I was bored, but I didn't stream any of it because I wasn't hooked up right and everything. But now I got to the point where we're actually he's been looking for Yennefer, his girlfriend, and I think this is the point where we actually run into her. So it's still pretty much the beginning of the game. And like I said earlier, I didn't want to play something else. I just wanted to mess around with this game. See the meme I put in Discord? The chair one. I don't know. I haven't really got onto Discord too much. I got on there just to mention that my computer's not running still. I got my cheapy computer. It's an old dual core that I've been messing with a little bit, and I use it for my playback, and that's it. So I got on Discord just to give an update of my situation, but I haven't really looked through the past stuff because I haven't been on Discord for over a month now because my computer's down, and I'm still having problems with it. I tried something today with it, and it still didn't work. So I got something else that I need to try tomorrow. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to rebuild my old computer. And then temporarily I'll be working with that, and I'm going to have to play old games because it won't play newer games because it's got an old system on it. Old motherboard and stuff. But I'm going to rebuild it. There's parts of that computer in 3 or 4 different locations, so I need to get all those together tomorrow, try to rebuild that. If this one doesn't, my good one doesn't run. I've been having problems. The motherboard just doesn't work at all in the new computer anymore. Anyway, John Wesley, what's up? And Dars, hey, Dars. It's John Wesley.
Oh, hey. Hi, John Wesley. Blue Jay.
Blue Jay. Yep. Good to see you guys, man. I really miss streaming. I've been really freaking out of touch, not being able to stream for a couple weeks now, about 2 weeks. I think it's been at least 2 weeks. And I really need to get back into it. I just seen it. I had no clue how someone can make a chair like that. What was that? Oh, Spider's Discord thing. I'll have to check that out. It's about making a chair. Anyway, let's go check out Jennifer. Jennifer. Yeah. Jennifer.
Don't you look at me.
It's not that chick from Friends. Or the Lopez one. Oh, that's a freaking goose. He's trying to get me. Okay. I got to go talk to Vesemir first, and then I think once we walk out of here, Yennefer is out there, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I played this game.
Got a few friends there, so... Something wrong? Look around. Trouble brewing.
Yep. Guy's playing mumbly peg with his fingers. Or whatever you call it. Who are they?
Who are they? Patriots. Drinking their 7th round for Temeria. Fist starting to itch. Don't see any Nilfgaardians. They'll find another foe. I'll buy some provisions for the journey. Then we'll go. Geralt, we should stay out of it. Just this once.
Yeah, right. Like, Geralt's going to stay out of shit. These guys are going to mess with me, and I'm going to have to stick a sword up their ass.
What happened to the lilies?
Took him down.
Took them down to hang a golden sun there now.
I cannot show Temerian colours. They'll come and burn the tavern down.
Earlier, she took
Maybe
a
it's true
Temerian
what they
shield
say.
down off the
You
wall.
fond of the Imperials? You Nilfgaard's whore?
Nilfgaard's taken over this area.
I'll let that pass. I know grief eats at your heart.
You know shit. They hanged my sister, dragged her out the cloister like a dog. Said Nilfgaard's no place for superstition, that they don't fear the wrath of the gods. And you, do you fear it? If not for Annie, your child would have choked on its navel string. You owe your son to my
Let
sister
go!
attending to the birth, and you don't fear the gods' wrath. You don't fear it, you cunt!
Oh.
Leave me be!
Oh. Time to get involved.
Recognize this medallion? You know what it means. Back off. You all right?
They say witches steal young'uns. That true?
Yep.
What the Emperor promise you, freaks? Your own land? Like he did the elves once?
Get out, all of you.
We ain't going nowhere. And neither are you.
They won't back down now. I can see that.
Okay, we're going to have to cut their faces off then. That was quick. Oh, later head.
It's all right. It's over.
Leave me be!
That's the chick that needed her head cut off.
See his face. God save us.
Be gone, and don't ever come back.
They were saving your ass, stupid.
So much for not getting involved. Come on, let's go.
So what happened, if you've never seen this, is Nilfgaard is a southern kingdom, crazy kingdom, which these are Nilfgaardians right here.
That brawl, we didn't start it.
And there's Yennefer. And this is Temeria, and those are Temerian people, and they don't like it that Nilfgaard's here.
You've not changed a bit.
And she's working for Nilfgaard.
Yen? How?
I received a report about a witcher who'd appeared in White Orchard. I knew it was you, looking for me. I might have waited until you found me, but... well, you know me. Patience has never been my strong suit. It's... good to see you, Geralt. I'd even embrace you. Were you not covered in blood?
Sorry. Wasn't expecting to see you. To be honest, this isn't at all how I imagined we'd meet.
How did you imagine it?
You didn't imagine you'd have a Nilfgaardian escort. Don't get me wrong, Yennefer. I'm glad to see you. But I do think you owe us an explanation.
And I shall provide it. In Vizima. Ready your horses.
Okay, so, if you don't know what's going on here, that's Geralt's girlfriend. He's been with her off and on for as far back as the books. Way before... The books came before the games. 8 books, and then 3 games. When he met her, like, in the first book, and they've been together ever since. But they've had, like, a really rocky relationship. Like, she's cheated on him, he's cheated on her. They've had this weird shit going on. But at the end of the books, they both die. They end up inside some afterlife plane of existence, I guess. And there's this thing called these wraiths, I guess. They're kind of elf wraith things called the Wild Hunt that were searching for her and wanted her for some reason. And he said they found him, and he told them if they took him instead of her and let her free and gave her back her life, that he would go with them. And then after that, and this has happened between the last book and the first game. This is just stuff you find out in the first and second game. So after that, he travels around with the Wild Hunt for a while, but then he escapes the Wild Hunt. But when he escapes the Wild Hunt, he escapes back to the realm of the living, which is Earth. You know, this is supposed to be Earth, but it's like an alternate Earth in like the 12th century or something. And when he makes it back to Earth as a human, you know, back alive in, you know, realm of the living, he loses his memory. So at the beginning of the first game, you have no memory. You don't know who the fuck you are even. You know, he doesn't know who he is. He starts learning it through the first and the second game, but then he learns about Yennefer. And by the starting of this game, he's hunting for Yennefer. He hasn't seen her since they died like years and years ago. This is the first time that they've even ran into each other in years since they died together, and they were living in this plane of existence together, all happy and like heaven, Valhalla type thing. They were living together as a couple in the afterlife, and they haven't seen each other since then. And then she acts like this towards them. It's kind of funny, and they act like this towards each other. Actually, it's kind of funny if you know the whole story, how this is not how normal people freaking react to each other after not seeing each other for this long. But yeah. Anyway, let me check out the chat before I move on here. Your casual bar fight? I know. Anyway, why Vizima? What's the rush?
Spent the last 6 months in the saddle. Haven't seen you for 2 years.
2 years.
Sadly, we cannot. Someone awaits you, Geralt. Someone who doesn't like to be kept waiting. Emperor Emir var Emrys. Or, to those on more intimate terms with him, the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Doubt I number among that group. Far as I remember, last time
Wow.
we saw each other, he wanted to kill me.
Well, now he wishes to make you an offer.
The kind one can't refuse?
I didn't, though I could have.
Okay, so Emir von Emery, or Veer Emery, something like that. He's the leader of the actually like the emperor of the Nilfgaards. That's who she's talking about. She works for him, and he wants to see Geralt. And he's also, well, we'll find. I'm not even going to mention that part. You'll know. But what I said wow about is that in the Netflix series, The Witcher, they keep calling him the something about the not the white flame, something flame, but she just called him that. I thought that was something that they just made up in the TV series, but she just called him that. I think it's a white flame or the flame of some blah 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 blah. I don't know, but yeah, that's something I thought they just made up for the TV series. I didn't know that was one of his titles, because if you ever listen to anything in this game, all these people have tons of freaking titles. Like Game of Thrones, how when somebody introduces herself, they have all these freaking titles. Or I guess English royalty has all these titles too, like Prince of blah blah blah, Prince of this, Duke of prunes, and all that shit. Anyway, suppose I can hear him out. Wonder what he offered you. Yeah, let's go for that. Anyway, the mirror is kind of a dick, and she works for him, so.
Must have been a damn good offer then. Not many things you'd give up your freedom for, and even fewer people.
The sooner we set off, the sooner you'll find out.
What about you?
I'm going in the opposite direction. I somehow doubt the Emperor's invitation mentioned me. Besides, I've got things to do at Kaer Morhen, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Thanks for your help, Vesemir. See you soon.
How's your horse? Swift?
Can't complain. Why do you ask?
I'd like to be back behind some thick city walls as soon as possible.
Anyway, Geralt in the books, Geralt saved Ymir's ass way back 20 years ago or so. They might mention that in this next. Well, this scene. There's a little bit going on in this scene before he even runs into her, but when he does run into him. Whoa. Okay, so I put the DLC in where you have alternate clothes of hers.
Probably filthy.
These clothes look pretty freaking hot.
But then...
Wild Hunt. Apparently the Wild Hunt's still after her, too.
Tomorrow, all right? After the audience.
But yeah, the Wild Hunt's been after her ever since Geralt escaped.
Tale begins near White Orchard, with my dear friend Geralt of Rivia seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead. After many trials and tribulations, Geralt finally learned that Yen was in nearby Vizima.
Didn't even mention the Wild Hunt chasing him. Vizima, capital of Temeria. Of occupied Temeria. Whoa, we don't want to see his crotch. Why did it show that? Must be nice to get bathed by a bunch of freaking young women there.
It must suffice.
Thinkemere cares if I'm clean.
The gentleman will refer to His Imperial Majesty by his full title or not at all. The gentleman will be seated on the bergère.
The what now?
In that chair. Cletwin, please shave the gentleman's sideburns to ½ an inch.
My sideburns to ½ an inch? I don't want my sideburns going to ½ an inch. I like my beard. Something wrong with my beard? Anyway, how you guys been doing, man? I'm sorry the game's like full of freaking cutscenes right now. Haven't been able to stop since I started. I haven't been on in a while, and I kind of missed you guys, especially Blue Jay. How you doing, man? And John Wesley, if you're still here. And Spider. And whoever else is here, if you're here. Anyway, something wrong with my beard.
What's wrong with my beard? Always thought it added to my dignity.
It does. Yet it also detracts from your elegance. In Nilfgaard, we consider beards hard on the eyes. Especially...
All your scars and your face are hard on the eyes, dude.
Been on the road a while. Fine. Do your thing.
Tilt your head back, please, and sit still.
I don't want my beard cut off. Don't do it.
And prepare to answer some questions.
General, I am not certain this is the appropriate time.
I can't think of a better time. Men turn honest when they feel a blade at their throat. Morvran Vuris, commander of the Alba Division. Before they take you in to see the Emperor, Witcher, there's some information I need you to verify. It's a formality, but one that must be seen to.
Sure. Paperwork's gotta be in order.
Darcy's got trumpets going on.
Geralt of Rivia. Place of birth unknown. Parents unknown. Age unknown. All insignificant details. Let us proceed to more recent events. The siege of La Valette Castle. The fate of the defending commander, one Arian.
I don't know who this guy is. I killed Arian during the siege. This happened that way. Spared his life. He escaped. I don't know. That's nothing to do with part 2.
We fought on opposing sides, true. Then we landed in the same dungeon. Arian escaped, set fire to the castle on his way out.
So that is how the blade started. Our reports suggested the dragon was responsible. Moving on. You then found shelter in charming Flotsam, and from there made your way to Vergen. My question is how?
I don't know. I don't remember all this stuff. And this has nothing to do with the games. Got out of Flotsam. Oh, wait. No, I do remember Flotsam with Vernon Roach. That's how I got out. That was in part 2. And what the hell was that whole thing from the before? Okay, so in part 2, in Witcher 2, you can either get out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach or what's his name? Irvoth. He's a member of the Scoia'tael. He's an elf rebel. You can do either or. As of here, I should go for Roach because, well, actually, these are freaking Nilfgaardians. So Nilfgaardians are fighting against the Northern Kingdoms. And Vernon Roach is a spy of 2 of the Northern Kingdoms. So I don't know if they like that as... I don't know. I'm going to go with Roach. That's kind of funky, man. What this is, I think what this whole deal is doing is trying to... Since I didn't play part 2 before this, if you play part 1 and then you start part 2, you can use the save of part 2 to give you some of the stuff that you do in part 1 will transfer to part 2, and you can get some of the armor and weapons and things like that. Also, from part 2, if you play part 2, your save, you can load that into part 3, and you can use some of the stuff, and the things that you do in part 2 will affect what happens in part 3. And I'm sure that since I didn't play part 2 and it didn't have a save before that, this is trying to find out what I did in the other games or something. I don't know what this is going to matter, but I'm going to go with Vernon Roach, which you do run into in this game also. I don't remember if you run into Irvoth, or whatever his name is in this game. Or not. I can't remember. I think he dies in part 2. But Vernon Roach is alive. Anyway, let me check out the chat real quick before I move on. I've been doing good. How have you been? Oh, pretty good, except for what I was talking about before. Well, it's all good. Moving, getting set up here, getting my shed set back up. That's a positive. We're gonna actually build a bigger shed here real soon too, and I'm gonna make a stream or a video about that. The little shed that I've been using is what, 8x8. We're going to build a shed, a temporary shed, or a shop actually. That's going to be 12 by 16, I think. And then after that, we're going to build a bigger shop, a permanent shop that's going to be about 30 by 30, I think. But yeah, so we got enough land here that we're going to build all that stuff, so that'll be cool. Anyway, I've been staying busy, if not at work. I've been keeping busy at home. My latest project is building a bigger outdoor theater. Oh, cool. Yeah, I know that you were working on that last summer and spring. And fall, huh? A theater. I've been watching Arrow and the Justice League TV series. I actually liked Arrow. The CW show, you know, the one that goes with the Flash. I actually liked like the first 2 or 3 seasons, but after that it got kind of stupid because it has that stupid canary chick on it, and I can't stand her. It gets funny, and the bloopers, yeah. I used a 150-inch screen, diagonal. Wow, that's huge. Last summer. Oh yeah, that's the one that you. Oh yeah, that's the one that you built with the PVC and stuff, huh? It measures 7 foot tall and 10 foot long. This summer, it will be 300. Wow, that's twice as big. 12 foot high by 22 foot. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, you're going to have to put up some pictures. Once I can get back on Discord, like I said, I'm going to try to work on the computer. If this one doesn't work, I'm going to build my old computer back up with different parts. because I got most of my old computer parts in here. But you know what? I got to a point right now where the only thing that I have left in my new computer from my old computer is the hard drives. All the other parts are scattered between 4 different locations. So I'm going to put all those parts together and build my old computer back up, and I'll use different hard drives for it. And at least I can use that, if nothing else. It's also been learning about Blue Lantern, Barry Allen Flash. Blue Lantern. I never heard of Blue Lantern, but I know Barry Allen's is the Flash. I don't know what the Blue Lantern is, though. But yeah, Barry Allen's the original Flash. My projector can project a 450-inch picture, so it can do a 300-inch, no problem. Cool. You could probably 450, man. Just put it on the side of a big building. That'd be cool. Anyway, let me go for Vernon Roach here.
I got out of Flotsam with Vernon Roach, commander of the Blue Stripes, and
a murderer of non-humans. We know this gentleman well, Witcher. You forge interesting alliances.
Something tells me my most interesting is yet to come. Go on, next question, before my beard grows back in.
Oh, beard grows back.
Shave you again if it does. Very well. The infamous summit at Lochmuy. You were there. And once again meddled in the affairs of the mighty.
Okay, Lochmuy is a place where they had this big summit between the sorcerers and the kings of all the different northern realms, which these people here have nothing to do with the northern realms anyway. They're the southern realms. But it didn't end very good because a dragon attacked. That was at the very end of part 2. And this is something so it's trying to see if you can either, at the very end, you can either save Triss, or you can save this little girl who is the daughter of a king that got killed, Foltest. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. You help Roach rescue the daughter of Foltest, which I did both in different playthroughs of Witcher 2, but I'm going to go for Triss this time.
The mighty had imprisoned Triss Marigold. Ought to know I care about her, and I tend to rescue those I care about.
And so you did, handing Radovid control of the Conclave and Council of Mages in the process.
Nilfgaard recently started a war, unprovoked. So do us both a favor and stop moralizing.
The gentleman must sit still. I'm almost done.
I'm afraid I might find that difficult. Because, from what I know, shortly afterwards you watched a defective megascope blow your friend Sheila de Tanserville to bits.
Yeah, she was freaking trying to control a dragon that was burning everybody. Sheila escaped. She did? I thought she died. Got what was coming to her. Oh. I think every time that I've played, she ends up dying. I didn't know that you can play so she could escape. Wow, I'm going to try that and see if she shows up in this game.
I watched her get in the megascope, but ultimately freed her from the trap your man Letho of Gullet had set. Write that down. I want to be sure the paperwork's in order now.
Well, national interest calls on one to forge difficult alliances at times. Alliances with witches included.
Okay, so this is about the very, very end of part 2. Letho is the name, the subtitle of part 2 is called Assassins of Kings, I think. And the assassin of kings is Lethos. He's going around killing all the kings of the north, and he's doing it for Nilfgaard. And at the very end, you talk to him. He's a witcher, Letho. And you can either kill him at the very end, or you can let him go. And I think almost every time that I played part 2, except for one time, I let him go. But I killed him once just to see what would happen. But this is trying to see what you did at the end. And I know if you say I killed him, he's not going to show up in this game. He does show up in this game, and it's a good freaking quest, so I don't want to say that he's dead. So let me say that he's alive. The Lethos is pretty cool. Okay, that alliance still alive. What happened to Lethos?
That an ongoing alliance? What's Letho up to?
I had hoped you would answer that question.
Ah, so Letho's hiding from you. Must have a good reason. Was there a shift in national interest that might have caused that? I don't know where he is. Wouldn't tell you if I did anyway. Blade or no blade to my throat.
I believe that is all. Your signature, please, affirming you stated the whole truth and nothing but the truth on pain of imprisonment or death, etc., etc. Here and here.
With these formalities seen to, I would ask the General to leave the room. We shall be choosing the gentleman's attire. An important matter, but one that does not require the General's assistance.
That's a mirror in the background of that picture.
I might have given you some advice. So long, Geralt. Good luck with your audience.
I can't remember if...
Feels more like I'm being readied for a wedding.
Were that so, I would have prepared the gentleman a frock, a tailcoat, or possibly a dinner jacket. In point of fact, the gentleman will choose from these garments.
These are some ugly garments. Anyway, I can't he mentioned something about he was trying to make sure I didn't lie about shit, and I can't remember if he asked all those same questions if you've played part 2 and they use the save from part 2. Like I said, I haven't played part 2 on PlayStation 3. You can't even buy part 2 for PlayStation 3 that I know of. I looked, I tried. I couldn't find it. Or for PlayStation 4, I mean. So I don't know. I don't remember if if I was playing this on the computer, I have saves for part 2. But I don't remember if he asked you all those same questions or not. And if he does, if you lie, if you give different answers than what happened on part 2, what would happen? I don't know. Anyway, any color as long as it's black. Where's my clothes?
Where are my clothes?
Where they should have gone long ago, with the laundress. They will be returned to you after the audience, clean and starched. The gentleman will tell me once he has chosen an outfit.
Oh, God. Okay, what do I got going? Let's see. Get out of my way! Okay, that looks a little less gay than this one. That one looks a little bit gay. Those between the two outside ones. The puffy ass sleeves, man, they gotta go, but I guess this one. Screw it, I'm gonna take them all. Looks like I can take them all. I can sell them after I'm done here. What else can I take? what's in this wardrobe here? Nothing. Okay, now what?
This might come as news to the gentleman, but a towel wrapped around one's waist is not fitting attire for an audience.
Yeah, it
the
is.
Gentleman will kindly dress.
I just like to let it all hang out. Sword for witches. Okay. I want that cake or bun, whatever it is. Nope, not gonna let me. Okay, what do I got? I'll mix and match. Let's see, that's a little bit funky. I thought I got 3 shirts. Oh, there we go. Wow, that is really gay. That's not too bad. I think I like this one better. No, maybe not. Yeah, let's go for that. All the boots look the same. They're all the same. They don't even have any shoelaces. Okay, what about the towel? Woohoo! Okay, that's it.
And they say clothes do not make the man. Does the outfit satisfy the gentleman?
Well, let me check out the chat again. Barry becomes a blue lantern to fight of the black lanterns. Oh. The comic is Blackest Night. My only problem is my frame for my screen. I bought a frame last year and it fit a 150-inch screen. Wasn't that like made out of PVC or something? But it is way too small for the 300-inch screen. So I bought a second frame that hopefully takes care of the length problem. But I needed to be higher, so I made legs out of 1.5-inch PVC pipe. Hope it works. The screen length or height 12 pounds. I hope the frame can support it. 12 pounds ain't too bad. Yeah, I was going to say, you said 2x4s down there. Let me get to that. That's the only comic I want is Blackest Night. Yeah. I used to read a lot of comics. I haven't read a comic in years, man, but I used to collect them back in the 80s. I used to read every comic I can get. Mostly Marvel, though. I didn't get into DC a whole lot. But when I was a kid, man, Flash was one of my favorite comics when I was a kid. Flash on DC side and Spider-Man on the Marvel side. If my frames can't support the weight, I'll have to build a new frame out of 2x4s. That's what I was going to suggest. 2x4s are sturdy. If you know how to brace them right, they'll hold anything, man. GL, hope you don't have to rebuild. Yep. Oh, good luck. Yeah. Hope so too. So it's also be a waste of money too. Those frames aren't cheap. Yeah. Well, you just buy the 2x4s. They're what, about $5 a piece now, maybe $6 a piece. And you can make a pretty good frame with 2x4s, maybe out of about maybe 6 or 7 2x4s. So maybe 8. So 8 by 5, about 40 or 50 bucks. I made the PVC pipe frame, but after finishing that frame, I found they sell frames on Amazon, so I bought a frame. Also, as I mentioned up above, I bought a second frame, but I haven't used it yet. Yep. Well, hopefully it'll work, man. If it depends on how big the PVC is. PVC is pretty strong too, because it's round and it supports a lot of weight. It just depends on how thick the PVC is and how much the diameter is too. But 300 feet, man, that's big. Anyway, Sposo. Wait, what was he asking me? Does the outfit satisfy? Yeah.
A studded doublet and a sword on my back. That's what would satisfy me. But tough. When in Nilfgaard.
Yes?
It's a saying. So what now? Powder my nose?
No need. The gentleman's complexion is light enough. The gentleman is to stand before the ruler of the North and South. I must confirm that he knows how to bow.
I don't want to bow, dude. I'm not a boar. I know how to bow. Like a pig boar.
I'm not some boor. I know how to bow.
Please, demonstrate. That, sir, is how you might bow to a whore on a street corner. Not to the Emperor of Nilfgaard.
Well, the Emperor of Nilfgaard is not a whore on a street corner?
Leg extended, hand flat, head down, chin to chest. The gentleman will rehearse.
Leg out. Right, he would put his left leg out. And on chest.
Lacking fluidity and grace. But we've learned to expect less of Nordlings. Come with me.
Oh yeah, you're a retard, dude.
The gentleman will address the Emperor only when asked to, and using the appropriate title.
Your arch magnificency?
I see the gentleman is in the mood for jests. I fear the Emperor might not share his disposition. Your Majesty will suffice. Spoken loudly, clearly, and with respect.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Is that a guard? Real guard?
Eri gloire. Heil Kerger. Eri gloire.
Sound like freaking Celtic.
Heil Kerger.
Gaelic or something.
What?
Wow, that all you can say?
Imgrimi et art ketzer. Duifen aden in karn eb marvoet. Emir var emreis.
White flame dancing.
Imperial Majesty.
Arer ep do orde.
Welchen Namen? Wat gern verwort?
I think this freaking Emir doesn't freaking care what I'm doing because he's wanting something from me, so he...
I thought you bowed before no man.
Didn't want to disappoint the Chamberlain. We're friends.
Eh.
Take it you didn't summon me to reminisce about the good old days.
There's a picture behind him.
Silence.
Is going to show her face?
My daughter Cirilla. She's returned.
There she is.
And she's
Look at her face.
The wild hunt pursues her. You will find her and bring her to me.
She's back. You sure? Okay, so this whole starting this game, we've been looking for Yennefer. Ciri is Emir's daughter. He was just saying that. But she's more Geralt's daughter than his, and it kind of explains it later, but she's like in the books. In the 8 books that came out before the games, and timeline wise they're all before the games. Geralt kind of raised her from the age of like 11. She was raised by her grandmother before that, but he's like her adopted father. And this guy had nothing to do with her back then, but he's actually her real father, Emir. Anyway, let me check out chat again. 22 feet. Oh, I said 300 feet. I meant 20. Meant inches. Yeah. 22 feet. Screen is 300 inches. Yeah, 300 inches is still less. It's big. How many feet is that? It's 244 or 144 is 12 feet. So that's about 20. Yeah, 22 feet. Yeah. 22. Oh, diagonal. Yeah. Never mind. I'm getting all lost. Sorry. She's back. Are you sure?
Are you sure? Ciri left. Went far, far away.
Do you believe I drag you here in the middle of a war to discuss a rumor?
I think anyone can be wrong, even an emperor.
I had forgotten how insolent you can be. I haven't the time to convince you, nor the desire, in fact. Yennefer will do that after the audience.
Why me? Because I'm like a father to her. He knows that.
How many men in your army? 20,000? 30? So why me?
You know why. Because she trusts you.
She trusts me, yes. So tell me why you're looking for her. Doubt it's about making up for all those lost years.
For reasons of state, as always. Enough of this banter. You will agree regardless, if for no other reason than because I shall pay you more than you customarily receive for a contract. Considerably more.
Look at that look on her face, man. She does not like being in that dress. Need information, not motivation. Only doing this for Ciri.
Save your generosity for those whose homes your armies have razed. I'll do it for Ciri, not for your gold.
Your motives do not interest me. Only results. Yennefer will tell you the rest. This audience is finished. Mererid! Take him to the sorceress.
So in the TV show, I never read the books. And the books have more about what's going on way in the past. And this game right here kind of has flashbacks that show a little bit about what happened in the past. And people talk about it a lot. And books that you can read in the game talk about what happened in the past. But in the movie, or not the movie, the TV series, the Netflix series, there's a big party where Ciri's mother has this, like, it's like in the southern United States, they used to have these big Sweet 16 parties. I don't know. They weren't called Sweet 16s back then. I don't remember what they're called. But they would have, like, when a girl would turn 16, they would put her out in the public eye, and all these suitors would come up to her and try to flirt with her and try to get her attention, and then those suitors would talk to her father and see if they can marry her or whatever. It's kind of like a coming out party for the girl. So in the TV series, and I think that this actually happened in the books too, from what I understand, because I've never read the books, but I've read a lot of the wiki and I've watched a lot of videos on it. So in the Netflix series, they had this coming out party for the mother, which was kind of a suitor party where all these suitors come up and try to ask for her hand. And then this dude came up in armor and was trying to ask for her hand, and shit happens, and then the armor comes off or something. You find out he's like this porcupine dude, and then you find out that it was a curse, and somebody was trying to kill. I don't remember if it was her grandmother or somebody at the party starts a fight with him, and Geralt saves his ass. And you find out it was a curse that he had got when he was younger that turned him into this porcupine-looking dude. And actually, the love of Ciri's mother broke the curse. But Geralt saved his ass in this party. And I don't know if that's exactly what happened in the books or not, but I know it was similar to that. I don't know if Geralt saved his ass. But the porcupine dude is this guy, Ymir. So, he kind of acts like he...
There are many honorable guests in the palace, whom the gentleman...
Disgusts.
Kind of acts pretty freaking asshole-ish to somebody that saved his ass before Ciri was actually born. I'm going to steal all this crap. Wild hunt. Can I get in here? No. It's going that way. What's over this way?
The gentleman will have done.
Can I get in here? Nope. How about over here? Wonders of Zerrikania. Chronicles of Redania. King Red Ink. Huh, I got to read these sometime. Not on stream though. I like reading everything I can about this game because The whole backstory is freaking pretty cool. Gnomish pranks.
Waar en uitveen.
En wat kalm.
Can't go any further with it until the snow melts and it gets warmer. Until then, I'm gonna be in suspense of it, of if it works. Yep.
What? Do you know
Who are you, lady?
Yes?
I'm Herivard,
Yes?
the second Prince of Elandan. Not only am I made to wait here, a witcher. Oh, that's just perfect.
A witcher.
A witcher. Oh, that's just perfect.
Is the gentleman not in a hurry to see the sorceress?
Triss is around here somewhere.
Do you think it's
I think.
becoming to disturb a lady?
Is Triss around here? Oh no! At the end of part 2, this is where King Foltest was. And King Foltest dies here, or not King Foltest, one of the kings. Foltest dies at the start in part 2. Hendrik, I don't know. This is the king of Temeria's throne. What are they doing here?
God's preserve ye.
But at the very end of part 2, Triss is with you, and you try to save the king that gets killed right here. I think he gets killed. I'm not positive if you could save him or not. Pretty sure he got killed when I played. Every time I played. But this is the throne room. Oh, wait, what's in here? I can steal anything I want. So my name's Eric Cartman. I do what I want.
Yes, hen as queen.
Gary!
I think that's where I'm going, is in there. Can I jump up here? Oh, hey. Oh. Not going in there yet. Delirium. Sounds like something from Star Trek. That dude's way over there still. I think he's taking me out to this courtyard, which is that way. There he comes.
De Raadslieden echt es tun es saur an nein fire.
Tete take in den Kalantne se verloi sau. Eptusan?
Mind if I interrupt?
Why not join in instead?
We're discussing neutrality. How difficult it is to preserve.
Know a bit about that.
Know a thing or two about that.
Care to explain?
Never changes. I try to stay out of things, stand aside. Then comes an urgent summons, and an offer I can't refuse. Enough about that. Mind if we change the subject? So, talk to the Emperor.
Why did he summon you?
So not even you know.
No. But I wager it's an ordinary witcher's contract.
Mm-hmm. Some werebubs.
Werebubs?
See you.
Soon, mind you.
Not if I see you first.
Oh.
Okay. Nothing else in here.
Please stay with me.
Galen Vatkelm.
The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me.
That guy's messing with me. So the gentleman will resign to the stroll later. I will do what I want.
Please stay with me. The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me.
I'll talk to the ladies over here.
We've no need for the gentleman's escort. We've no need for the gentleman's escort. We've no need for the gentleman's escort.
Hush your mouth, lady.
Please stay with me.
Oh, we're going to see
Once
Yennefer, I
the
think.
gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Okay, I'm going in here to see Yennefer, I think.
Will sharpened yet? Yes? Then transcribe.
And this other
Authority
dude.
in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants guild, but the church of the eternal fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. You'll need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
A shame I have no time.
Need to steal everything I can right now. Don't know when I'll get another chance. No, I think I can come back in here after this. Need to talk to him. He leads me to Yennefer. And then I can put my regular clothes back on and not look like a gay boy.
Be so kind and do not disturb.
I can't talk to him yet? I guess I gotta go talk to Yennefer. I think she's in here.
Shame I have no time.
Yep, there she is. Ah,
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
nope.
And seems we're in the same boat now.
Oh, yeah.
Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
Our little witcher's grown into a young lady. She's not exactly a witcher. She never went through the trial of grasses, which makes you a witcher, but she came close. In the TV series, she actually takes the potion that's supposed to make you change into a witcher, but that's not exactly how you're in the games and the books that you change. Where are you going? You going? Oh, looked like you were getting all ready to go to bed already. Anyway, Looks like what she was just saying, though, is that, or he was saying to her, is that he knows why she's working for Emir. I don't think I ever caught that before. And the main reason she's working for Emir is because of Ciri. Because Ciri's kind of a daughter to her, and also a daughter to Geralt. It's like they're, like their daughter. Like she's his mother. She's Ciri's mother, and he's Ciri's father, not Emir. But in reality, Emir's the father. So there are agents now. Yeah, all grown up. There we go.
How about that? She's grown up.
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
He hasn't seen her in a long time.
Not a bit.
I missed those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on Ciri, all right?
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd tricked them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt, before the Wild Hunt does.
What's the Wild Hunt want with Ciri? We know already.
The Wild Hunt? What could it want from Ciri?
I've no clue, Geralt. Might have written them to ask, but I don't have their address. I know as much as you do. It must be about
Well, they
her
should
blood.
know. Yeah, about her blood.
As for what the Hunt wishes to do with that gift, I prefer not to think about it, really.
So, from the books, you learn that Ciri has... Well, actually, Yennefer also has elf blood, but Ciri has the origin, or the original, I don't know, I don't know what it's called. It's the elf blood from Laura Dern, which is an elf from way, way, way back. It's elder blood is what they call it. Elder blood, which means it's like ancient elf blood, and Wild Hunt wants her because she has elder blood.
So where's Ciri been seen exactly?
In two places. Velen and Novigrad. The trail in Velen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords? Secret handshakes?
None. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconfirmed reports, rumors. But there you will have the help of our mutual acquaintance. Triss Merigold. Apparently she's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
Hey, Jessica, what's up? Be joining a new acting class in Orange County soon. Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I haven't seen you since your play, huh? Because I haven't been streaming lately. But yeah, how the was it what was it called? Seuss. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, how'd that go? The Dr. Seuss play. Before we part, why didn't you contact me earlier? Seussical, yep. Seussical was a hit. Cool. That's great. How'd you do? Do you remember all your lines and stuff?
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
Yen, I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse? Let's drop it, all right? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Oh. She might have a freaking surprise this time around. When I'm playing it this time. I've always wanted to see what happens if you pick Triss over Yennefer in the end. I picked Yennefer a couple times, and one time I tried to pick both of them, and that didn't work out too good. Yep. I ended up all by myself at the end. Oh, with Ciri, but Ciri's like his daughter. So I want to see what happens if you stick with Triss from the beginning. I have no clue what happens. I've been there's a bunch of videos about it online, but I've been avoiding them because I don't want to know. I want to find out for myself.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback, as soon as I can get changed.
Have it your way? Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Maybe I can have some of my armor lined with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, talk to Ambassador Valatre. That's him over there. And Geralt, I know it's wartime, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just check those leads and come back to me, in one piece.
Whoa.
I shall be waiting.
She's trying to get some of me. Back off, lady. Now what am I doing now? Whoa. Oh, God, she just opened a portal. There she goes. Damn witches. And totally roasted the bad guys. Yeah. Which is a black bottom eagle named Vladikov. In the scene, it goes like this. So, Vladikov, why did you steal Horton's clover? He responded, I like it. I like to keep my business private. Boss told me to keep it on the down low. My response, boss, so you were hired? Vladikov? I know who Horton is. Horton's the elephant with the egg, right? Horton hears a who, or Horton something. Something to an egg. Horton sits on an egg forever and gets a cramp in his butt. Wow, I got all kinds of books. Yep, there's Ciri again. That's a good picture of her.
Scars healed nicely.
Letter to Yennefer. From who? Yennefer, my dear friend. Thank you for your letter. Forgive me for not answering your earlier attempts to reach me via Megascope. I am trying to limit my magic communications to an absolute minimum. One never knows who's listening. Don't you agree? I am delighted you have found a position at our gracious Emperor's court and wish you the best of luck in the search of his daughter. It is good to know that Emir's intentions for her have become more, how shall I say it, mundane. Perhaps in these circumstances, an agreement regarding the lodge will prove possible after all. In response, I don't want to see who it is yet. I better not go any further. In response to your first question, I can state beyond all doubt that Ciri has not appeared anywhere south of Yagura. Believe me, I could recognize her magic signature in my sleep. I have not had any contact with Triss for a long time. I only know that things in Novigrad have taken an ill turn. She mentioned something earlier about fleeing to Kovor, but I am afraid that in the current political climate, that amounts to an impossible daydream. I hope I will soon be able to join you in Vizima. First, however, I must take care of some unfortunate yet urgent matters in whatever that is. Beauclair. With my fondest regards, Frazilla. Oh no. Frazilla Vigo is the actual sorceress of the main sorceress of the Emperor, Emir. P.S. Thank you for the news about Geralt. He always seemed to land on his feet, doesn't he? And in the books, I didn't know this, but in the books, Frazilla and Geralt have an affair behind Yennefer's back. I haven't read, like I said, I haven't read the books, so I didn't know all that until I seen it in something else. You know, I didn't see it. Never mind. I know it, but I didn't find it out through the games, put it that way. I didn't find it out personally through the games or the books. Found it out secondhand. Oh, good stuff. Okay, I got to talk to this guy in a minute too.
What do you mean? Directly out of northern tales.
Ambassador Varatra, Yennefer suggested I ask you about current events, the war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other. If you will, let us approach the map.
Let me catch up on the chat real quick. So you were hired. Here spawns, let's just say, Sour, Kangaroo, and the Wickershams owe me a little favor in the future. Then I say, you heard it here first, folks. Vladikov, that black-bottomed eagle, was hired to drop Horton's clover in the middle of the huge clover field. Then he said this was private information. Is this live? And I say maybe, while I roll my eyes at him, and he flies away and says, I take back what I said. Then I end it off saying, anywho, looks like this little speck of dust is bust. And this was Cindy Lou, who's point of view, channel 2. Oh, that all rhymes. Yep. Okay, how's the war going? What's the situation in Velen? Wait, let me. Oh shit! I was wanting to look at that map. What's the news in Novigrad? Okay, Velen, I think, is where that king. I don't even know. It's the latest from Skellige. I guess it's going to show me. How's the war going?
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwin, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
Note of admiration, I hear. I just thought of something about this. So, Novigrad seems to be the big enemy, but in the game, Radovid is like a total freaking asshole. I wonder if it's better if freaking Novigrad freaking took over. This Radovid is crazy.
That admiration I hear in your voice?
Radovid is our foe, but I cannot deny he is clever. He played us for fools, particularly dense ones at that. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to this one more time because this is kind of important to the whole freaking story. In part 1 and part 2, this war has been going on, and it's mostly in part 2. It was the war against all the lands of the north, and Novigrad is actually in the south of that map. It's like the Pontar is that river that's between the orange part up top and the rest of the map. And Novigrad is actually even further, all the way down to the bottom of the map down there. So all these kingdoms surrounding that river have been fighting against each other for a long time, and then Novigrad kind of started a lot of it way back in the books, I guess. But since the games, Novigrad had all the kings killed, which started a lot of crap that was going on between all the kingdoms. And the only one that's left, and at the end of Witcher 2, Radovid, the king of Redania, took charge of pretty much all of Temeria. And then that's, I guess, when Novigrad moved in, and that's what the political part of this whole game's about, is Novigrad trying to take over, but then Radovid trying to keep control. And Radovid is freaking ruthless, and he hates anybody with magic, and has all these... Well, there's a cult that has to do with the eternal flame or something like that hates anybody that has anything to do with magic. That's elves, dwarfs, witches, warlocks, sorcerers, witchers even. They don't mess with witchers as much, though, because witchers are like a special case. I really wonder what would happen if in the game things turn out different, if you kind of side with Emir through this whole thing with, Novigrad, or not Novigrad, I keep saying Novigrad. Damn it. It's, why do I keep saying Novigrad? It's freaking, Nilfgaard. Nilfgaard is the southern place. Novigrad's actually up towards the north there, around the Pontar. I'm getting mixed up. Sorry, I probably confused people saying Novigrad instead of Nilfgaard. But Emir is the leader of Nilfgaard, and they're the ones that started all this stuff. But all the northern kingdoms have been fighting with each other, and like I said, freaking Radovid took over.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, even that shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. We had reached the Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened Kedwin remained, and Radovid's Redania, which had ignored the rest of the North's pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace. perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of victory.
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoys, nor did he advance on our positions. Instead, he trudged over the snow-bound Kestrel Mountains and attacked Kedwen, his ally. This attack took the Kedweni by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and dejected, they laid down their arms after a few lost skirmishes and joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak enemies, we had only one powerful one.
Yep. What about Kovar?
What about Kavir?
Kavir values its neutrality, enough not to lend its armies, or more importantly, even its coin to either side. Returning to the war, this spring there was a massive battle in the marshes of Velen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. Radovid has retreated across the Pontar. He's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir var Emrys will deal with him once and for all.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone a lot of marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
The kid who played him is still sour after. Okay, on to the next part. Okay, so he's saying that Radovid pretty much took all that orange area up there, which is the north. Velen is south of the Pontar, where that king is, like, fell over right there, because that king got killed in part 2, which I'm pretty sure was Foltest. I'm not sure exactly though, but there's still it's still neutral. That's what he was saying. So let's talk about Velen. I'm pretty sure it's where that king is fell over. Might be the other side though. I don't know. I think Velen's where that pieces fell over.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever. Perhaps worse. This land never flowed with milk and honey.
Yep.
Now it flows with blood. Armies have swept through it several times. Trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the populace.
Mm-hmm. So how's ruling that earthly paradise going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Our forces are spread thin as it is, and Velen is chiefly swampy forests that are difficult to control. We've had several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, we've temporarily delegated authority in this region to a certain Nordling.
Oh, the Bloody Baron.
Ranking officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better known by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
That's the first place we go in the game after we leave here. That is where that king piece is turned over right there. And Novigrad's north. It's like right on the Pontar. Pretty sure.
Any news from Novigrad? Is the free city still free?
Yes, although everyone knows
right
this
there.
won't last. Radovid is in Oxenford, and the Emperor is here in Vizima, at Novigrad's doorstep, both. And both require coin and ships. Novigrad can provide these. Which is why the mood in the city is rather, well, on edge.
Meaning?
How do men deal with fear? They seek reassurance and scapegoats.
The Eternal Flame.
The Church of the Eternal Fire understands this perfectly.
Or fire.
And so it promises to improve the lives of its flock by pointing out the guilty. Who started the war? who profits from it. Why, it's obvious. Mages, elves, dwarves, in a word, any and all deviants. I've been stationed in Novigrad for 13 years. First as a consul, then as ambassador. I've seen a great deal. Cruelty, cynicism, greed. But what is happening there now concerns me greatly.
And Skellige. That's the island off to the left over there.
What's new in Skellige?
Nothing. The islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they quarrel with each other, pillage, occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your fleet?
King Bran died.
Is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the names of his own vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Pretty sure King Bran dies like early in the game.
Thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
I don't even think you get to talk to King Bran. Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, that's all the politics, which has a little bit to do with the game. Well, kind of a lot of the side notes, but the Witchers really don't get involved in politics, and you can stay out of the politics completely if you want. Yeah, I've pretty much got everything out of here already, huh? Yep.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By returning my things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh somewhat longer.
Thanks, bunches.
The Emperor is not known for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
Alrighty. Let me put on my good clothes again. Oh. That's pretty much it. So these cavalry boots are way better than the boots I have, except that I lose a little bit of Igni. I think that's everything.
Deserter from the Squire 10. Barbarians.
So there's somebody over here that wants me to look for something for him. Let me go talk to her. Him, her, who is it? This guy.
You kids.
Gwent. No. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's something that I have to win here. Damn it. Wait. Let me save. I have to play this game once. because he has a card that I need. The other program has, as far as I'm concerned, things here in Redondo Beach, California are finished and balanced in pretty much, balance is pretty much restored. When I come to the other program has been breaking their own rules and have been lazy with their deliveries. That's the new program or the old one? Okay, let's play some Gwent. Bet. Let's bet it all. Bet it all.
Wouldn't mind a few rounds of cards.
Let's see if I can win. So I can pick two cards. Add a card. I don't want to add a card. I think I got my deck the way I want it. Yeah. Old social vocational service. Oh. Okay, what am I doing? Choose a card to redraw. Oh. Okay. Rain torrent. +1 to all units in the row. That's a good one. I don't really have any really good cards in my whole deck. I have actually a really lousy deck. This game's kind of funky. I'd try to explain it, but it'd take way too long. So I'm just going to try to play it. I'll try to explain little bits while I'm going. Weather. Removes all weather. That was a good one. Let's get rid of this one. I got a spy. I got a spy. That's one of the best cards you can get. I didn't think I had any spy cards. I don't know where that came from. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Really got some funky cards. Okay, I'm just going to play this one. He's going for the same row as me. What's that do? What does that do? Did that just double? That just... Oh, I don't have any of those. Let me look at that card real quick. What does that do? Forgot about those cards. Doubles the strength of all unit cards in that row. I don't have any of those. Commander's Horn. Damn. Damn, that just screwed me. I don't have any more cards for that row. That really screwed me up. Forgot about that stupid card. I think I'm kind of screwed right now. I'm going to shoot myself in the foot here. What did that do? Look at 3 random cards from the opponent's hand. So now he knows what freaking cards I have. Yep. Okay, what does my king do here? Clears all weather. I could do that one, or I could do this. I think that does the same thing. Removes all weather cards. I'm going to wait on that and do it after I get enough points to beat them. Passed. So he's got more points than me right now, and all I got to do is play this card and I'll have more points than him. Now I could pass. How do I pass? This game is way too hard to explain. But I won that round. But I only have 3 cards left now. I have these 2 cards, which will help me a lot. So I can place on your opponent's battlefield. Counts towards opponent's total. And draw 2 cards from your deck. So I'm going to save that for a minute. Let's see what happens. I think I can draw one card from my deck with this one. Choose one card from your discard pile. Oh, the other one's from the deck, and this one's from the discard pile. So let me do this one first. What? That's a freaking special card, man. What do they call them? Hero card. Okay. I don't have any special cards. So, let's do this one. What? Where'd that card come from? Son of a bitch. It's going to frostbite me again. I'm going to wait. Yeah, I got to play this. Wait, no, I got to play this. What does this do? Sets the strength of all range cards to 1 for both players. I don't have any range cards, but he does. Okay, let's do this. Son of a bitch. I'm not going to win. Probably shouldn't have did that. Totally screwed up. It just depends on how many freaking cards they have left. I don't know. Clear as all weather. I got 5 points. Hopefully he doesn't have any points. So I won. Yep. Cool. I need to get the card that he has. That's the main thing here. Got 20 crowns. Plus a full test card. Cool. That's all I cared about. So, in this thing... Wait. Okay, what's full test do now? Leader cards. Alright. This is what I needed. Doubles the strength of all your siege units unless a commander's horn is also present. Where is that other thing? I think if I go into my inventory and go to this, there's a book here, this one. So when I looked at this before, it showed that there was one card that I needed to get that was in this place that I'm at now. Zima. And now it's not showing, so I got it. That's the only card I needed. This shows the cards that you can get in different locations. So any location I go to, I need to try to get all those cards. So I got it. That's the main thing I cared about there. So I'm good. Let me get the hell out of here. Now what? Travel to Velen. World map. Oh, damn it. There we go. Hangman's Tree.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Vizima. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
How late am I going tonight? What time is it? That's after 10. I'll probably end here pretty soon. I've been trying to turn the kids against the Guardians. They have been trying to turn the kids against the Guardians. And I told the Guardian that the program leader is having the kids turn against you guys by blaming you guys for the lazy deliveries. And now the Guardians are pissed and are pulling out of their... At least now the Guardians realize how bogus SVS were when I told them after the Zooms. Oh, hey, cutscene. 5 days later. Guess it took me 5 days to ride my horse. The hanging tree here with the hanged people. The crows pecking people's eyes out. All right. Well, Heart of Stone. Thank you for purchasing the Heart of Stone expansion. Our currently tracking track quest has been changed to the first quest of Heart of Stone. Yet we only recommend starting the character if your character level is at least 30. I'm only like level 3, I think, if even that. Damn it. Runewright. While playing the Heart of Stone expansion, you can encounter the Runewright. Yeah, this is way later in the game. Blood and Wine. Yep. That's another expansion. Are we done yet?
Not so fast, Roach.
What's that? Evil soft first touches. What? I think that's one of the... That's Heart of Stone. No. Cyrillus Footsteps. Secondary quests. Novigrad. Velen. Actually, here. Yeah, here. I guess these things are worth a few bucks. I have to find a place to sell them. Also, let's see, back to the map. So this, okay, this is where the Bloody Baron is over here. I don't want to go there yet. Anyway, probably gonna end this for the night. I stopped drinking soda while you were away, and now I get tired a lot earlier since I have no caffeine in my body. Well, that's good, man. You shouldn't drink caffeine anyway. That's bad for you. I stopped drinking caffeine, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Probably 15. Yeah, about 15. No, maybe even 20. It's bad for you. I drink vitamin water now. I'll probably go to bed soon, and I want to try to stay till you end the stream. Yeah, I think I'm going to end right here. This is probably a good place to end. There's a cool place over here to go, though. I don't know. I'll probably do some of this off stream. I've been playing this a lot by myself. I just thought it'd be cool to play some of it on stream. So I'm going to play some off stream and some on stream and back and forth. What's over here? There's the big city. I don't want to go there yet. Although I got a stash spot there. Another stash over here, huh? Yep. I don't want to go in here yet, though. Anyway, I'm going to probably go and do a lot of the countryside stuff off stream if I have time tomorrow. Tomorrow I kind of busy. Hopefully I'll stream tomorrow night, though. I'll try to be on time tomorrow night, though. But I got to go to town, which is about an hour away. Well, 45 minutes to an hour away. Get some wood. We got to build. Me and my son's got to build some stuff tomorrow. Try to get the shop finished. So I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Till then, leave a like, share, subscribe, support my channel if you can with PayPal or Patreon. All in the links below. And hope to see you tomorrow. And thanks for stopping by. Sorry I haven't been streaming that much, but hopefully I'll start streaming again almost every night. Thanks for stopping by, Blue Jay and Jessica and whoever else is left. Have a good one, guys. Adios.